Hey, Evgeny, were you a little surprised to be sent back down to the Griffins after having 4 points in 4 games with the Red Wings?
Oh, yeah, I was. But there, in my shoes, there's nothing I can do. So that's how I look at it. It's nothing I can control. So there's things I can control. I focus on them, but it's tough. It's hard. But like I said, all I can do is just play hockey. And yeah, so
What's your confidence level right now after coming back from injury?
it's been good. I think I'm playing really good. Start of the season. Here in Grand Rapids and up in Detroit. I think I've done a good job. I think I'm playing confidence with the puck, out the puck, doing the right things, playing hard every shift. Confidence is there. It's hard to just manage those things that I can control, but I'm doing good with it. It's mess your head up. It does uh, get off your, rails, I would say, that you on. So, but I learned to manage that a lot in through adversity. So, and looks like I can continue doing that.
Did Blashill or Eisman tell you anything they want to see you improve on while you're down here?
No.
And then what was it like, obviously playing your brother the other week, and did he say anything to you after the game?
It was amazing. It was a special night. It was a moment I'll never forget. So I had some bad shifts. I had some good shifts. So it was just we're all, it was a lot of emotion. So maybe it was a little bit thinking in the game, and but I thought I did pretty decent. So, but no one really talked to me. So
And how frustrating tonight's game is it to get 43 shots on goal and only have one goal to show for it?
yeah, it's tough. Sometimes those games goes that just like that way. We play well. I thought we had many shots. I give huge credit to their goalie. I think he's really, really saved a lot of saves, huge saves. So I think we had a lot of two-on-ones opportunities that we shoot couple A's and power play too. And it's definitely tough to lose that way. But I think you just have to stick with those games like that and continue doing our work. So
All right, well, how frustrating is it for you guys to get 43 shots on goal and only have one goal to show for it?
Yeah, it's tough. I think we did a really good job in the first period, generate offense, but we just got to get more bodies to the net. So it's definitely frustrating. Thought we played a pretty good game, but yeah, obviously, you've seen it enough times where when a team hangs around, it ends up like that sometimes.
Do you feel like the quality of shots were there?
I think we had chances to make some plays. We had quite a few 2-on-1s. They just didn't. They didn't end up in shots or didn't end up in great shots. I think our ozone, we were a little bit on the perimeter for sure. But we certainly had our share of great A's. The goalie played a pretty good game.
And how does this team differ from other Griffins teams that you've been on in the past?
Um, I think the way that all four lines are going right now, we have a fast team. When you look up and down the lines, I think everybody, every line is fast, so it helps us generate offense on the forecheck, and on the back end, we're really solid. And then you look at our goalies; both of them are very capable goalies in this league that have been around for a while and know how to handle a game where you're not getting a lot of shots or a game where you're getting peppered. So I think the biggest thing that stands out for me is speed and just having guys up and down the lineup.
Do you like playing the same team over and over with the different schedule this year, only playing within the division? Is that something that you'd like to see more of, or do you prefer a kind of mix of different teams every once in a while?
Yeah, I I don't love playing the same team over and over. I think it kind of takes the element of excitement out of the game a little bit. I mean, we're obviously ready to go, but it's kind of fun to play a different team and get a different look. And I mean, at this point, both teams know what the other team's going to do, and you kind of game plan so much that um, it turns into a playoff series where there's not a lot of goals. I think when you play different teams, it opens up different stuff, and it's just a more wide open game sometimes.
And I assume it must have been nice for your team to finally see fans in the arena.
Definitely. I know when we came out for warmups, even you could hear the fans going to bed, even though there's less than 1,000 in here, you still hear it. And, it's good to be back at the van with fans, even if it's a limited number. Definitely gave us energy in the first period, that's for sure. Would have liked to give them a win, but, it was really good to have them back in the building.
Thank you.
All right, next up is Patrick Williams from Elite Prospects.
Hey, Kyle. Thanks for doing this. 10-game mark, you hit it tonight. Are there kind of areas of, I guess, concern or just areas you want to kind of, tie up a little bit right now, going into the rest of the season here?
I think right now we're playing pretty well. The one thing that, we've been talking about this past week when we had this long break before our last game was just the penalty kill. It started pretty well, and then the last couple of games we've given up goals and gave up a timely one tonight. So I think that's the big thing. It's it's pretty tough to score in this league 5-on-5. So when you can win the special teams battle, it usually helps the final result.
And then just from a schedule standpoint, the way the schedule's been, you play a couple games real quick, and then you have these long breaks. How's a player, are you and your teammates handling that unevenness?
It's certainly a challenge, but when you look where we were at a couple of months ago, I think however the schedule panned out, we would have been excited to play. But I think this last week we've had a little bit of warm weather, so we've been able to get outside a little bit. It wasn't as much of a drag, just being in the sun a little bit, walking around. So that was nice, at least keep our minds fresh during that break.
Hi, Coach. Of the 43 shots you had tonight, did you feel like most of them were high quality chances?
I don't know what the shot totals were, but I do know after the first period, I think there were 14 shots. But after of those 14 shots in the first period, only 3 of them or 4 of them tops that we looked at on our analytics and our stats are only 3 or 4 of them were inside what we consider the scoring square, and I think 2 of those 3 or 4 were redirects. So we had a lot of ozone time, a lot of sustained ozone time. Did a really good job of holding on to pucks and possessing it, but at the same time too, there weren't too many scoring chances, and we didn't. It was still a 0-0 game, so it looks great, but at the end of the day, we didn't take enough pucks in net, especially early in the game.
So this one may not be as frustrating had you had, because you had 43 shots total. Say if you have like the majority of those high quality, this one's not as excuse me, not as frustrating as if you had completely dominated the game.
Well, anytime you lose, I think you have a negative connotation, a bad taste in your mouth. You want to win, but we did a lot of good things. I thought our start was great. We spent the first 5 minutes pretty much in their ending for the first 5 minutes of the game, and then when you outshoot a team that significantly while still not having that great feeling about being hard enough, I think that's a good thing. And then the second period got away from our puck management a little bit, and then they scored a goal on their power play, and we didn't take advantage of ours. So special teams is big too. We had some chances, and let's give credit to their goalie. I think Tompkins played extremely well against us the other night. I thought he played very well tonight as well.
As a coach, do you enjoy seeing the same few teams over and over again, or do you like the variety that a regular season would normally have?
It's always nice to have a little bit of variety, because when you're playing the same team over and over again, for example, we beat these guys a couple times in a row now, and there might be a little bit of, we try not to let it happen, but sometimes there's a little bit of complacency that creeps in.
What does Chris Colo bring to this team?
Chris brings a little bit of everything. He's a smart player. I think his hockey sense, he's got a great hockey mind. I think his hockey IQ is his biggest attribute. I think he reads plays well. And then secondly, I think he's got a high compete and a high energy. He's got a good motor to him. I think having a good compete level, good motor with the hockey intelligence, it allows us to use him in a lot of different situations with a lot of different personnel in the middle, on the wing, in different situations. It's the versatility because of that, I think, is his biggest strength. That's what he brings to our team.
And Evgeny's played well both here and in Detroit. What, I don't want to phrase this. What do you think it's going to take? I mean, obviously, besides staying healthy, what's going to be key for him?
Well, I think what's key for him is just controlling what he controls, and that's coming to the rink every day with the mindset that he's going to continue to improve. And you can't get frustrated. Things are out of your control. So I think he's a great kid. I've got all the time in the world for Svetch. He works his tail off. So good things happen to hardworking people, and just a matter of time before he gets his break.
Thanks, Coach.
Next up, Patrick Williams from Elite Prospects.
Yes, hi, Coach. You hit the 10-game mark, which is actually the third of the way through the season. What do you see as the state of the team right now? What do you like? What do you still want to work on going forward?
Well, we've done a lot of good things over the first third of the season. I think our group in general has been very receptive to teaching. I think they've been very receptive to wanting to get better. And I think every player from the start of the training camp to the point now, whether they've been playing in every game or haven't played in every game, I think you've seen growth in a lot of our prospects and a lot of our players' game. So I think that's the biggest thing is their willingness to come in and learn and improve on a daily basis. And we've done a lot of good things. I think our ozone play has been a lot better than last year. That was a big focus of ours this year, generating more offense, which I think we have done. And again, defensively, I think we've done a really good job of limiting shots and in quality shots.
Great, thanks.
Sure.
Next up, Steve Kaminsky from MLive.
Good evening, Ben. Just wanted to get your thoughts on the fact that tonight you had some fans back. Not a lot of them, but what did that mean to have them back in the arena?
Well, yeah, it wasn't a ton, but it was, I don't know what the word to be. It was a welcome sight, but it was kind of an eerily welcome sight because you get used to having no fans. We played the first 9 games without any fans, and then, or one of them in Cleveland had fans, but for the most part, it's been a little bit of taboo to have other people around the building. So to see some fans, and they were actually for 750 people, it was a little bit, they provided a little bit of energy. So it was, it's great. We look forward and hopeful for the day where we can have more fans and get back to a sense of normalcy here. But it's a step in the right direction for sure.